couple of weeks I've been very fortunate to have doll heads thrown over the fence in a plastic bag with some haircuts, and I've got another good one for you today. This time, Bentley, what are you doing? He wants to say hello. He wants to say hi, everyone. Hi, Bentley. Go on, off we go to bed. So I've got a really good one for you today, and we have got a graduated bob. Now, might not be the sexiest of hairstyles at the moment as far as super fashionable, because it's usually a bit more chunky and a bit more sort of lived in, but for our classic clients, and these are important to us, our clients that come every 4, 6, 8 weeks, they come for their haircuts, they might have their grey coverage done. It's really important that we also make sure that they look fresh and modern and relevant, and I've been talking about that for a few weeks, and I want to go over this haircut with you today. It's a good one, it's quick and easy as well, which I think that, Bentley, I think that if we, going back, we need quick and easy, don't we? That's what we want. Let's just check who else has joined us today. Oh, hi Emma, nice to see you. Yes, I'm in darker colours today. Oh, you like it darker? You like my hair darker? Yeah, I'm kind of just feeling that it's going to be so difficult to get my roots done that I thought I'd just go grey for a while, you know, change it up. Anyway, enough about me. I'm glad you're all okay. It's lovely to see so many familiar faces as always. Here she is. Let's wind her up. Let's talk about the haircut first of all, because as you know, placement is so important. So here she is. Let's take her off this actually. So you can see there, it's a nice graduation, and of course a lot of older ladies like that because what that does is it elongates them through here, and it's just softer and probably easier to manage too. It's got a little bit of old balayage in it, a little bit of layering here guys, so you can see that there to give that sort of slight swoosh. Obviously it's a doll head, but I think for me what I want to see in here is I want to see, obviously I want a face frame, and I'm not sure whether we want to do a big fat face frame or whether we want to do a softer one. I'm not sure yet. This piece here, that's the bit that has to be lighter, because what that does is that brings out the eyes and the cheekbones for you. So that's really important, and we want a bit of symmetry just at this focal point here as it goes through. Nice and simple, shouldn't take too long at all today for that. Now, when you look at the back here, gosh, lots of people have joined us, brilliant. So as you can see here, all this heavy layering in here, I personally wouldn't want to highlight that because it would be steppy, as you can see through there. So for me, it's going to be more surface work on it. Now, if she was grey coverage, you'd still do the grey coverage and then just paint a few pieces on. Using permanent hair colour, you know I say if you can do 6 or 8 pieces, you can get that done and processed in that 35, 45 minute time that you've got with a permanent hair colour. So that's cool too. All right, let's see how it goes. Right, obviously I'm using my Blonde Me product. Now guys, we built such a brilliant community over the last 12 weeks, and I don't want to lose it as we go forward. I'm going to try it and figure out a way that we can still stay connected. But remember, if you can answer a question for me, please do. It's really amazing if you can. If you've got any major questions that you don't feel are answered, there's a question box at the bottom of the page. Just write that question in, and the last couple of minutes I'll try and get to that for you too. But sort of keep your eyes peeled. So clay with 40, consistency of cream cheese. The reason we use 40 with clay is because the top seals over and no oxygen can get in, so we need it to stay moist underneath so we can get some lift in it. With a clay, you're only going to get up to 7 levels of lift with 40 volume, and if you use 30 volume, you'll only get up to 4 levels of lift. If you're using a different lightener and you still want to freehand, the consistency has to be like a cream cheese or icing on the cake, okay? Because you need to layer it. So I just thought I'd hit those again for you because you know they mean a lot to me, those little tips. And if it ain't white, it's not going to be light. We know all of this. Okay, you'd be saying this in your sleep now, guys, I think, really. So what am I going to do? I'm going to section it off. So it's got a little bit of a zigzag parting in it. So I'm just going to section off from the crown to the top of the ear. And I'm going to start at the back as always. And the reason I'm going to start at the back for anyone that's new or doesn't remember is simply because it means I can rinse that first at the basin. Now, if you wanted to, you could literally do this at the basin because we're only doing surface work. So you could have done a haircut and thought, oh, I just want to sling a couple of light pieces in. Love my terminology there, sling. Pop a few light pieces in, and I'm just going to do it at the basin on towel dried hair. Obviously you won't get as much lift, but we're not looking to make this client super blonde because it will look odd because of all the layering. What we want to do is add some lightness to it to make it look fresh, look like she's been at the beach or something like that. So nice, fresh and modern. Got my board. Well done. We're answering, letting you all know, those of you that entered the competition last week, who's the winners today. So there's 5 of you, and I've got one more competition left that I'll probably do next week or the week after. Right. So I'm going to put a little bit of product on my brush, and just remember, the brush that you paint with never goes in the bowl. That's a separate brush that keeps this brush clean, and you know what you're doing. All right. Our salons aren't open yet. No, we are waiting desperately. I think that they're gonna announce something tomorrow about social distancing, and I'm hoping that hoping July 4th. If it is July 4th, I've got a lot of phone calls to make to do those online consultations, but we'll get to that. You know, I'm gonna do more of online consultations, and that way I can plan properly and book properly. Oh, great. Hipster, your stuff arrived today, did it? Brilliant. Love it. So here, there, you can see that we've still got some length through here. I just want to create a little bit of softness through this. This could be lived in or to the root. If it's a grey coverage client, probably not to the root. We just want to add a little bit of dimension to it and make it look fresh. Okay, here we go. Here's my brush, here's my board. Just a little bit. Let's start in. Let me just bring you in closer a little bit. Let me move this. Good. Is that good for everyone? Just press the button if you like that. Now we don't want to overwhelm this hair. Let me change this around. You practice and practice and practice, and then it's like, maybe not. No, it's not that one. Here we go. There you go. That's better. Good. So we don't want to overwhelm the hair. Okay, we just want to add some lightness to it. Remember, it's not always about making somebody blonde. So still take a deep V, as you can see in there. Okay. Still take that because that gives you the weight at the end, so you get a little bit more brightness through the bottom. And we're just going to softly, we're not going to go to the root on this hair here, and then saturate the ends. There's one. Cool. Now, who's been practicing at home? Who's been practicing? Who's been able to get a hold of a doll head and do some practice? Or who's been lucky enough to get hold of a family member and do them? So again, repeat. Remember that your negative space is always going to be on the inside, not the outside. Nice. Nothing underneath, just literally on the surface of the hair, guys. There's another one. Yeah, you like that? You can see how soft it's going to be. You've been practicing, great. This is good. I hope you've all been practicing. And if you haven't, because you haven't been able to get any equipment or anything like that, because the lockdown happened quite quickly, when we go back, you can start practicing. Then, get yourself a doll head ordered. Do a few pieces on your big spending client to welcome her back. You know? Practice makes perfect. There. Just really, really. Now remember, it looks chunky, but we're not lifting it up to be level 22, as you know. We're not lifting it up to be level 22. We're only going to lift this 1 or 2, maybe 3 shades lighter max. We want to see it, but we want to see it, but it doesn't have to be sort of so blonde that it's ridiculous. It just needs to be soft. Yes, Sherry, we're all hoping that we're going to be back soon. We just have to wait patiently. And if anything has taught me about this lockdown, it's that I have become more patient. It's out of my control. So I know that clients are itching to get back. There. So remember, check your other side. You want a little bit of balance. See how soft that is? Boom. And then we just put another couple in there too. Oh, Amy, your doll head arrived yesterday. Brilliant. Well done. Now, the thing is, if you apply it and you're just practicing and you don't really like the way it looks because you think you need to do it again, just rinse it straight away and then just go back over it. If you leave it on until you get stronger, and then you can leave it on for the full development time and have a look at it. Hey, Claudia, good morning. There you go. That's all we need to do there. Really, really simple. Like, again, I can't stress to you that we're not trying to overwhelm this head. We're just trying to add some detail, some lighter pieces. Now, as you see through there, you can start seeing the shape of the haircut, and you can see that those pieces are just soft enough through there. Still be a little bit darker there, but that's okay. We'll do a few pieces here and then a couple on the top. Yeah, I think all of us are dead excited about getting back, aren't we? I mean, I'm dead excited about earning some money. You know, but we'll see. I am not putting any faith in any of it at the moment, really. Right, so there again. So again, we're not going exactly the same patterns, but you don't need to overthink it. That's good. Nice. If it's not white, it won't be light. Just remember those little mantras that I keep saying. I know they're kind of funny. Yeah. One client in a chair, exactly. And less clients, more hours, less clients, less money. But it is the new normal, and we just have to find ways that we can do things. And one of the brilliant things I've said all along is the fact that now we have to do these phone consultations. We can book it properly, and so we can book things tighter, so there won't be any mess, any chaos, as long as everyone turns up. There's another one. That one's rather nice. I like that. Look at that. Just really soft, guys. That's all we need to do. Amy from Massachusetts, hi. How are you? Yes, I have to say, guys, that if I hadn't have done this, I might have just buried myself in a pizza and a bottle of wine every day. So you guys have been absolutely amazing for me. You really have. You've kept me sane, and I'm very thankful for that. Very thankful for this community that we've built, because it's sort of twice a week. I see lots of regular people. You all see me, and we all kind of see the days when it's good and it's not so good. Rhode Island have gone back. It's not as scary as they thought it would be. That's so good. Good. You see, I think part of it is, guys, that we're probably just terrified of what it's going to look like. And so my American friends who have gone back have all talked about it's different, but they've, they can't work the same, but they're sort of navigating it. And I think that, we hairdressers usually we're solution based, aren't we? Oh, I've had an hour on here already. My goodness. There you go. Let me show you. There. You see, and that's all you need to do. So it's not many pieces. I'd still build this as a half a head though, guys, because it's not that 14 piece really super quick. So, and then I just want to add here. Now, if you think about it, you've got the weight. I get so excited, I get carried away. we've got the weight there. So here we just need a couple of fine ones and that'll all kick out, which is nice. But it's not 14 pieces, so it's not just a few pieces, it's definitely a half head. So don't be frightened of charging and talking about that to the client as well, yeah? Great, Kim, thanks for answering those questions for me. I really appreciate it. So here we're just going to do some micro ones. Let's see. Just the really tiny ones, just so that it all, when it moves, there's a bit more weight of blonde underneath. And then some tinier ones through the top. Let's do another couple there. Remember, less is more on this, guys. We're not trying to make her two-tone Debbie Harry with sort of blonde top and dark underneath. Some of you won't know who Debbie Harry is, but I'll show my age. There's another one. Turn it round, and I just think one here. Let me show this to you. Make sure everything's clean, section-wise. That's so important. Cool. There. And that's it. That's all that needs. If that. Yeah, so play it by ear and judge it for yourself. And then we're going to go through the sides. Now, I generally like to do the bigger side first. So the parting's here, so this is the bigger side to me. And the reason I like to do that is because then when I get to this side, I'm like, nearly done. But also I always remember that it's always the bigger side first. So when I'm asking someone to rinse for me or something like that, they always know that that would be the first side to rinse. Cool. So I'm doing a juice cleanse this week to get myself back and ready and raring to go, which will be hysterical because I'm going to be so grumpy. So you got me after I've had breakfast, but let's see what the rest of the week looks like. Let's just take this piece here out. It's good. The reason I've done that is and then I've just got a slight two different sections and it's easier for me to work on. So let's do the face frame. So Catherine, you an older stylist. I'm the old stylist. I'm the ancient one. So you know, if I can do it, you guys can do it. Here we go. Now, I'm just going to. I want this to be a little bit stronger for her because it sort of it wears it down, but occasionally she's going to put her hands through it. Now we could go like this. We could just go 1, 2, 3. We could literally do that. So if she's a little bit cautious, then do it softer. But I kind of want to do that. I'm like, yeah, let's go for it. Just make sure that this bit here, that bit, that you pick that up. Because what you don't want is a dark edge. And we're only going to do one. We're not going for bombshell. We're just going to do one. There. You like that? Cool. There's a question coming up. Yes, so full colour and balayage. I'm actually going to be doing that for Schwarzkopf Canada. There is me doing a tint and balayage on one of my IGTVs already, guys. So it's there, but I do feel like refreshing is really important because we learn by repetition. So I'm going to do that again for you before we go back. It's a good one in the salon. It's super important and it's easy, which easy is always nice, hey? Now, so we've got that there. There you go, just in case. Then I'm going to drop this down. I'm going to have a look. Now, what I want you to think about is how it connects, right? So, I'm going super slow today, but I'm quite enjoying it. That's where it connects. So we don't need to do tons underneath there, okay? We can start here. Let me just get a clean line in. I think that's good. And you can see that's from the back, and then we put a couple in there. Makes sense? I hope it makes sense. I've got so much wax in my hair, guys, that when I wake up in the morning, it's like an afro because my hair's really curly. and it's all blonde at the ends, and I look absolutely like I've just left the madhouse, and so I have to slick it all down. But I'm going to grow it. I'm going to grow it, and I'm going to have it grey. Right, here we go. So let me come in this way. Bit awkward, but I can do it. And just so you see, there's nothing underneath. There. Nice. And then we just need to put another one just here. That's good. Bring that through. Very strange angle for me. But you can see now that that's connected in. Now you could possibly put something here, but remember this is going to go back into that. So if you want that pop at the front, don't overwhelm it in here, because these dark pieces are as important as the rest of it. Now, remembering your sections and your subsections on the back, so I believe that that is actually more than enough. Let me do that again here. Good. Great. Then we'll work on the top section. So let's pop a few in here, and you can see that they're kicking. What was that? You can see they're kicking out, so we'll just do that. Yes, you can do a full colour and balayage without foils, absolutely. Absolutely easy. But you don't do a full head of balayage. Because obviously you wouldn't have time for it to process. Nothing underneath. This angle's not great, I'm going to change it for you. There. Let me come to this side and see if I can do it better this side. Yeah, I want to get back into live training where I'm in a room with a load of people as well. I'm desperate for that. I love that. I think we bounce off each other. But obviously times are different, and I'm looking at some online education. We're looking at doing a few things where they'll be obviously longer with me, and so look and learns and things like that. I'm playing around with ideas, but I still think while we're not back in the UK, that I'm going to continue on this, because I feel like everyone is having a tough time, and I think that it would be unreasonable to want to charge for that during this. When we all start making money, that's different in the UK. So you can see now how that flows. Yeah? So let's go on to this top section. Yes, the US is on the list, guys, believe me. I love the USA, so we're trying to get everything in. Here we go. Oh, I nearly lost her then. Gosh, that would have been horrific. There she is. So we want now to capture this front piece. If I had some cotton, which I don't have, I'd pop some cotton underneath here just to protect her face. Okay, let me just take this out here. Oh, right. And you can see that we've painted this before anyway. So what you want to do is make sure that that section is tight tension. And we're going to hit there. We're going to hit here. That's nice. Make sure you get to that root though, at the front. And you can see how that's all going to play in. There. Cool. There. And that's just going to be really nice when the hair's flicked back or her hands run through that section. And obviously, like I say, I would put cotton underneath this if it was a real person and a client. But obviously, we can't. I don't have any cotton. and haven't been to the pharmacy to get any. Okay, so again, next section, we're not trying to do millions in here, guys, but we do want to work up. There, you can see why we need to do this, because this is all showing through and this isn't, but I'm going to keep these finer into micro because there's finer through the back as well, so that the whole flow. So you're always thinking about the finished result. Oh, I love Chicago. Oh my God, I've had so many fun times in Chicago, guys. And the steaks. Woo! Love the steaks in Chicago. I always thought Chicago was going to be bigger than it was. I always thought it was going to be a huge city, but it's not. It's really manageable there. And it used to be really good shopping. Right, so here we go. So let's connect this piece here. Can you see that? No. Come on, Jackie, make this happen. There. Let's hope she doesn't drop off. That's better. Good. Right. Here we go. So again, not to the root, but high enough that it looks fresh. And that's just gauge it. There's one. See? And then literally here, 1, 2, 3, possibly less. So, you know, it's nice. And still nothing underneath, guys. So we're just literally painting on the surface of the hair. Summer, fresh, like you've been in the Caribbean or you've been to Europe, or you maybe spent a summer on the Greek Isles, something like that. And if you talk about it in that kind of language, clients really understand it, and then they like, oh, that's what I want. So language and how we communicate, that's perfect. It's really, really important. Really, really important. And then we're going to drop the last section over, and you can see how those layers are sort of built into it. So you do want to make sure that you don't skip those all out, because what we do want is a nice flow. Let me just, there. We want it to feel nice and flowy. Mrs. Doubtfire. What, me or the doll head? Right. And then here, pull out a bit, maybe that's better. Not too much. It's nice. There, that connects in nicely. Let's do another one here. Again, remember, it's not about overwhelming the hair. It's not about trying to turn this, you know, Mrs. Jones has always been a brunette, turn her into a blonde. It's about Mrs. Jones still being a brunette, but having a few light pieces in there because she wants to look like she's rested and been away instead of in lockdown. So, I'll show you this as soon as I've finished it. There, and then just here, there's a little bit, and we just want to make sure that that fits in with the conversation. Nice. Right, let me show you this. I'm happy. Well, as happy as I can be. Right, so the clay lightener, you can, so I do a lot of surface painting, guys, as you know. And so I will only saturate the ends. I don't saturate the whole thing. Well, she did a real flip on me then, didn't she? So I don't saturate all the underneath, I just do the very ends. But if you saturate the underneath, you get a stronger look. But I go for that really super soft kind of feel. There. So you can see how that's going to flow. Now, yes, it does look stripy, but I don't want you to panic about that because we're literally just painting on the surface and we're not lifting her up to a level 22, okay? So just be aware of that. Now, this is easy because all we do is connect. Now, I'm always talking about balance and symmetry. The front, you want some symmetry, so this bit here has to be light on this side to match that. The rest of it just needs to look proportionally correct. Okay. Here we go. Again. So literally, I think I'm just going to do this in one swoop. Oh. There we go. There we go. Nice. So you can see the layers in there as well. Let's bring that in a bit more for you, a bit better. So what I want to do is I want to right to the root at the front, there and there, so you get that lovely pop, which is really nice. And then I want to make sure that I get my hand in the way. No. I want to get that corner there because that's when she's going to push it behind her ears. And you don't want a dark patch to be there. And then we just want to think about balance on either side. There. You see? You like? Oh, Abu Dhabi in the house. Hey, nice to see you guys. We're going to have a heat wave in London this week. In England, I think. There. And then just saturate those ends. Nice. And you can see what that looks like there. Let me just grab that. There. Okay. And then literally, all we've got to do, forget this clamp now because it's going to get in the way. So just take a little flat clip like so. And we're just going to go here, remembering the same as the other side. So start at the same sort of area as the other side. And you can see that we just need to fill that in. And this is the short side, so this is when it feels like, yay, I've nearly finished. So I'm going to put one in here. Like so. Tempted, not going to do it because the next layer I'll do it. Hey Andrew, dialing in from Scotland. It's really funny, isn't it, that the whole world can join in on these things. I mean, it's so cool. It's so nice, it's refreshing. There, so you can see how that drops. And India's in the house too, I love it. We are an international group, for sure. There. Oh, not to worry. Put one in here. And just a bit softer and delicate. Not everything has to be big and bold. And one in the middle there. Cool. Nice. You can see. See how it all connects? And then finally we've just got this last section. You can see that we need to add a few in there. Australia's here, we love it. So I'm just going to literally, let me show you. There. Let's step back a bit. Let's do a bit more. Oh, there. Cool. Everyone good? Right. Let's do this one. Now, just kind of check on the other side how far you've gone up. So, because it's balance. So you don't need to get, for those of you who are a little bit sort of OCD, don't get your tape measure out. There's no need to do that. Just look at it and see if that works. Let's put another one in here. So for me, and I think one of the most surprising things actually is that so many people didn't know, but balayage isn't just for long-haired beauties that are sort of 18, 19 and have big voluminous hair. It's for any hair type, any hair length. You can do it on short hair, medium hair, long hair, and you can certainly do it on your older clients because it just gives them a fresh, modern look that they're so desperate for, because so many of them just sort of, people are like, oh, same as last time, love. And it's like, no, it's not the same as last time. These people spend a lot of money, and we should be offering them the most fantastic, fabulous, fashionable looks that we can. There. Oh. So there she is. Okay. It's a graduated bob that would possibly be on an older client, maybe in her 40s, 50s, 60s. We've given her a nice fresh face frame so that her hair is brighter around the face, because that's going to highlight her eyes and her cheekbones, which is really important. We've made sure that the colour blends all the way through, but we're not doing the underneath through there because it would look too chunky and stripy. So it's a great, quick, see that? Oh, that's nice. Oh, I love that. And you could actually take a photograph of that in the bowl as well, because that'd be cool. So you can actually offer this service to your older clients, your grey coverage clients, give them something really fresh and really modern. Now let's have a look at there's a couple of questions come up, so let me answer those for you for 1 minute. There we go. Great. So you've been practicing at home, which is brilliant. Will I show you the finished results? Guys, doll heads, even when they say they're virgin heads, they have been treated. The cuticles are back to front sometimes on them, depends on the quality. They don't lift properly. You might have to go over it 2 or 3 times. There is no point in me showing you the finished doll head. It would mean that I would be spending all day doing them. These tutorials are really about showcasing different applications and different looks that you can get. Play around with them. I always talk about different levels and where I'm going. If you want to see some of the finished looks, guys, on my IGTV before we went on lockdown, I've got hair hacks which take you from the beginning of a real model all the way through the story and right to the end and the blow dry, and I did those collabs with people. So it's all there for you, and hopefully once we go back I can start doing more of those and less of these. I wanted to say to you that tomorrow night I'm on Schwarzkopf Professionals channel, global channel. I'm doing Balayage 101, so I'm going to talk about the history of balayage, where it started, how it became a worldwide phenomenon. I'm going to talk to you about different applications, whether you should tease or not tease. Obviously I'm not into teasing, but we're going to do that Wednesday night at 4, that's 5 o'clock tomorrow my time. I don't know, I can't work out the rest of ours. Wednesday night, I'm back with Lorraine. We're talking long regrowth tints again, just before we go back in the UK. So that's really UK based, but if you want to join in and listen, Lorraine is a geek, if ever there was one. She's amazing. She knows all sorts of stuff, so she's really fun. Then Thursday, I'm back here and I've got some haircuts upstairs in the office, which is really good. And then Friday, I'm going to have the weekend off. I'll be back next week as well. So I'll see you Thursday. Hopefully you'll tune in Tuesday on the Schwarzkopf channel, and hopefully you'll tune in Wednesday for a little bit of hair geek talk and some questions. But thank you so much as always for joining in. I hope it's been a good help for you. Enjoy the day. It's going to be a great day here, so I'm going to take the dog out. All right guys, lots of love. Bye.